everyone, New Life here. So, last night I had a dream of Death of the Outsider possible gameplay styles. So consider this as a theory, and I do intend to make other theories for this upcoming game. I even have a partial journal full dedicated to the subject. I am not even kidding. Anyhow, the dream I had last night just made so much sense to me that I just had to talk about what happened within my dream and what might also happen in the upcoming gameplay, because if those two correlated, my mind would be blown. Okay, so we know that the Outsider is going to be in the upcoming game, as a few interviews have revealed that the Outsider will talk and give backstory and his thoughts on the few things. But seeing as you plot to kill our lavish Outsider, I highly doubt there are going to be shrines to arrive for a face-to-face debriefing of how much the Outsider does not like the plan all too much. As my sister and I have debated, chatting up the player will probably be the last thing on his mind, obviously, thereby making the need for altars actually mute. Unless there's one in the beginning just to show that he doesn't show up at all, just to simply tell you the severeness of the situation, which would make sense. So, with that being said, here's what happened in my dream. I was Billy, on the mission to kill the Outsider, obviously. As I ran and made my way through the levels, I came across a branching path. You know, the entire player way feature that's been pretty much since the first incarnation of Dishonored, obviously. Well, this particular path was suddenly broken into choose your team type deal. For example, the left path was remaining loyal to Dowd, while the right path was hearing the Outsider out. The Outsider, instead of appearing at the shrines as he normally does throughout the game, he appeared in real time throughout the level, appearing on rooftops and balconies as you move throughout the level, always keeping his distance from Billy, giving his narration towards him and your actions and the way you played. As you went through, the more you picked the Outsider's path to hear him out, the more he tried to convince you to betray Dowd. And the closer you got to him, depending on your past decisions, if they were on his side, he would attempt to help you, but if not, he would then hinder you if you chose to remain loyal to Dowd. And if you jumped between them, he would hinder you as you were choosing your own path, and deciding to spare him was more of your own thought process rather than being loyal to Dowd. If you chose the Outsider's path, he would also make more comments about it as well, like, why are you choosing me all of a sudden? You know, you've been so adamant about Dowd and that kind of stuff. Moreover, within the dream, I had to collect shards of the Outsider, a journal-type prophecy engraved in the stone throughout the game, within the Outsider's path choices, which helped you decide whether you wanted to spare him or not. Pretty much they just gave backstory on where the Outsider came from, and it influenced your player. Although I am aware this is a dream, this could also still be part of real gameplay within the standalone DLC, and which is why I'm making a video about it, I guess. So a few key points that I definitely think are going to remain true towards the standalone based on from what happened in a dream are that there will not be any altars in the game, perhaps aside from one, to simply show you that he would not appear at the altars for Billy, the player. That he would instead appear on rooftops to give his piece of exposition for that particular level gameplay throughout the game, following the player but growing more distance the closer the player gets to the boss, i.e. Outsider. There will be a choose your path type gameplay, obviously, but it features two different paths, not linear in any case, just meaning that there could be hidden clues towards the Outsider's path that would help sway the main character to spare the Outsider instead. There will also be, this I am full-heartedly believe, but there will be a test of loyalty towards Dowd somewhere in the game, challenged by the Outsider himself with Billy, which will factor a huge role in swaying the player to either spare or kill the Outsider. I personally will spare him no matter what he does. And again, this is a gameplay theory that is just a theory and idea, one that is based upon a dream that I had this foreboding summer's morning. Please don't take anything I say for facts, and only take them with a grain of salt. So this is NewlifeOP 5586, TheKingStudioz, signing out. Bye guys!